India to take over presidency of UN Security Council today. Maritime security, peacekeeping and counter-terrorism to be India's key focus areas during presidency. Centre takes stock of the COVID-19 situation in 10 states, reporting increase in daily infections. Alerts states to enforce stricter restrictions in districts reporting more than 10% of new cases. Surge in COVID-19 cases situation in Kerala worrisome as it reports more than 20,000 new daily cases. Nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive continues. Over 46 crore 72 lakh doses administered across the country. More than 53 lakh 72,000 vaccine doses administered in the last 24 hours. Muslim Women Rights Day being observed today to mark the occasion of enactment of the law against triple talaq. Minority Affairs Minister asserts that government is committed to strengthening self-reliance, self-respect and self-confidence of the Muslim women of the country. In Summer Games, Satish Kumar to compete in men's super heavyweight quarterfinals to ensure his podium finish. PV Sindhu to fight for bronze later today, whilst men hockey team take on Great Britain in quarterfinals. And Jamaica continues to rule the roost in track and field games. Take home all 3 medals in the 100 meters women's final. Elena Thompson-Herah, crowned the fastest woman in the world, wins her 2nd consecutive Olympic gold in the women's 100 meters by setting a new Olympic record of 10.61 seconds. A very good morning this Sunday morning. I am Arnold Thomas. Those were the headlines at the top of this hour. Now for the stories in detail. Starting first up with India taking over the UNSC presidency that will begin today. So India will today take over the presidency of the United Nations Security Council for the month of August. During its presidency, India would focus on 3 major themes of maritime security, peacekeeping and counter-terrorism, and will hold signature events to highlight these issues. This is the 10th time India will be assuming the presidency of the Security Council, the last time being in November 2012.
Come Sunday, the 1st of August, and India will take over the prestigious office of the President of the UN Security Council. Listing out the priorities of India during the month-long presidency, India's envoy to the United Nations, T.S. Tirumurti, said maritime security, peacekeeping and counter-terrorism would be the key themes India would focus on during its presidency.
India will be the President of the United Nations Security Council in August. It is a singular honor for us to be presiding over the Security Council in the same month when we are celebrating our 75th Independence Day. This is our 8th tenure in the Security Council. In the last 7 months of our tenure in the Council, we have taken a principled and forward-looking position on various issues. We have been unafraid of shouldering responsibilities. We have been proactive. We have focused on issues of our priority. We have made efforts to bridge the different voices within the Council to ensure that the Council comes together and speaks in one voice on a variety of important issues of the day. This is what we will bring into our presidency.
In a video message, Tirumurti said to highlight these issues, India would organize a number of signature events around these themes.
India will be organizing signature events in 3 major areas: maritime security, peacekeeping and counter-terrorism. Maritime security has a high priority for us, and it is important for the Security Council to take a holistic approach to this issue. Peacekeeping is a topic close to our hearts given our own long and pioneering involvement with peacekeeping. We will be focusing on how to ensure the safety of peacekeepers, especially by using better technology, and how to bring perpetrators of crimes against peacekeepers to justice. We will continue to keep the spotlight on counter-terrorism. I would like to thank the Honorable Prime Minister and our External Affairs Minister for continuing to guide our permanent mission, especially during our stint in the Security Council.
The presidency of the Security Council is held by rotation by the 15 members of the UNSC. India has been the president of the body in June 1950, September 1967, December 1972, October 1977, February 1985, October 1991, December 1992, August 2011 and November 2012. As the president of the top UN body, India will decide the agenda for the month and coordinate important meetings and other related issues. India is a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council since January this year for a period of 2 years. Bureau Report, DD India.
Well, India's permanent representative to the United Nations, T.S. Tirumurthy, called on Foreign Minister of Iraq, His Excellency Dr. Fawad Hussain. The Indian ambassador in a tweet said, delighted to call on the Foreign Minister of Iraq, Dr. Fawad Hussain, discuss the forthcoming UN Security Council meeting of United Nations Assistance Mission for Iraq during India's presidency of UNSC. Well, now moving on to updates on COVID-19 situation from across the country. COVID-19 situation is under control in India, but the southern state of Kerala has become a cause of concern as the state is reporting more than 20,000 daily new cases, which is 50% of the total cases being reported in the country. In the meantime, Union Health Secretary held a review meeting to take stock of the situation in 10 states, which is reporting more than 10% cases. Meanwhile, in a significant achievement, India's cumulative COVID vaccination coverage has surpassed 46 crore 72 lakhs as of now.
With coordinated efforts of centre and states, the COVID situation is gradually coming under control in the country, and the recovery rate has increased to 97.37%. Kerala, however, continues to report more than 50% of daily new cases. In the last 24 hours, India reported 41,649 new cases. 20,000 of these cases were recorded by Kerala alone. 37,291 patients recovered in the past 24 hours. Countrywide has been substantially ramped up, with over 46 crore 64 lakh tests conducted so far. Amid a surge in COVID cases in the state, Kerala has imposed complete lockdown during weekends on the 31st of July and the 1st of August. Meanwhile, a 6-member central team led by Dr. Kumar Singh, Director, National Centre for Disease Control, has been visiting the northern and southern districts of Kerala to examine arrangements for prevention and management of COVID-19.
We have also discussed the things which could be done in the high infection areas, and so we will be also firming up some of the strategies in the state recommendation, and after recommendation we will be seeing that what best can be done.
The Union government has cautioned states where the rate of new infections is surging rapidly. Union Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan chaired a high-level meeting on Saturday to review the COVID-19 situation in 10 states. These states are Kerala, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Assam, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Andhra Pradesh and Manipur. Union Secretary for Health and Family Welfare underlined 5 critical points in controlling and management of COVID infections. Strict restrictions in all districts reporting positivity rate more than 10%. Effectively and strictly monitoring home isolations. Facilitate hospitalization and timely clinical treatment. Focus also on those districts where the positivity rate is less than 10%. The Union government is supporting states by providing oxygen concentrators, oxygen cylinders and PSA plants. Apart from this, the Union Health Minister informed in a tweet that the central government has credited 15% of the total amount of emergency COVID response package, a total of 1,827.80 crore rupees to states and union territories. This package will prove helpful in the development of health infrastructure across India. Experts have shown concern over daily reports of 40,000 new infections for the last 1 week. They have emphasized on vaccination at large, whereas the centre has been continuously alerting states to be vigilant and enforce stricter restriction in districts reporting more than 10% of new cases. DD India.
Well, in a significant achievement, India's cumulative COVID vaccination coverage has surpassed 46 crore 72 lakh. A total of 46 crore 72 lakh 59,775 vaccine doses have been administered across the country so far. More than 53 lakh 72,000 vaccine doses have been administered in the last 24 hours in India. Over 16 crore 37 lakh vaccine doses across 37 states and union territories administered in the age group of 18 to 44 years. Moving on, a Muslim Women Rights Day is being observed across the country to celebrate the enactment of the law against triple talaq. The government enacted the law against triple talaq on the 1st of August 2019, which had made the social malpractice of triple talaq a criminal offence. Muslim women across the country have overwhelmingly welcomed this law. Minister for Minority Affairs Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi in a tweet said that the government has strengthened self-reliance, self-respect and self-confidence of the Muslim women of the country and protected their constitutional, fundamental and democratic rights by bringing the law against triple talaq. The Minority Affairs Minister, along with the Minister for Women and Child Development, Smriti Irani, will address Muslim women in New Delhi on the occasion. Well, Union Home Minister Amit Shah will today lay the foundation stone of the Uttar Pradesh State Forensic Science Institute in Lucknow. When the institute is ready, it will act as a resource center in the field of forensic science, behavioral science, civil and criminal law by becoming a pool of trained manpower. The institute will also work to train forensic scientists working in forensic labs and police personnel by developing professional skills for scientific investigation of cases of complex crimes. A Center of Excellence for D&T will also be established in this institute in collaboration with the National Forensic Science University, Gandhinagar.
पूरे देश में इस तरह की फॉरेंसिक लैब, ये फर्स्ट फॉरेंसिक साइंस इंस्टीट्यूट पहली बार बन रहा है। आदरणीय गृह मंत्री जी इसका शिलान्यास कर रहे हैं। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने लगातार पिछले 2-3 सालों में, 4 सालों में हम लोगों को फॉरेंसिक के पूरा जो सेक्टर है उसको मजबूत करने के लिए निर्देश दिए हैं। माननीय गृह मंत्री जी ने चाहा था कि इस इंस्टीट्यूट को जल्दी से जल्दी हम लोग टेकअप करें और जो नेशनल फॉरेंसिक यूनिवर्सिटी है उससे इसको एफिलिएट कराएं। हमारी तैयारी पूरी हो गई है। इस प्रोजेक्ट के लिए जो है जो कार्रवाई आवश्यक थी वो सभी पूरा हो गया और भारत सरकार के गृह मंत्रालय के सहयोग से हम लोग काफ़ी चीज़ें इसमें बहुत अच्छा करेंगे। यहाँ पर जो है डीएनए का एक एडवांस रिसर्च सेंटर भी होगा जो आगे चीज़ों को ले जाएगा।
The Union Home Minister will also lay the foundation stone of the 150 crore Vindhyachal Corridor project in Mirzapur. The project will result in creation of space for 50 feet wide parikrama or circumambulation route, while visitors will get a full view of the holy shrine known as one of Shakti Peeths. He will also inaugurate the first ropeway of East Uttar Pradesh for thousands of pilgrims and tourists who flock Ashtabhuja and Kalik hills of Holy Triangle of Vindhyachal. Foundation stone of various other projects will also be laid on the occasion. Well, Nano Sniffer can detect dangerous explosives like nitrogen, ammonium nitrate and RDX in less than 10 seconds. Costing just 1/3 of the price of imported ETDs, the 100% indigenously Nano Sniffer can also identify and classify explosives into different classes of military, conventional and homemade explosives.
Nano Sniffer, the world's first microsensor-based explosive trace detector, developed by NanoStiff Technologies, an IIT Bombay incubated startup, can detect dangerous explosives like nitroglycerin, ammonium nitrate and RDX in less than 10 seconds. Costing just 1/3 of the price of imported explosive trace detectors, the 100% indigenously made Nano Sniffer can also identify and classify explosives into different classes of military, conventional and homemade explosives. Developing the core technology of this explosives trace detector has taken about 13 years, with the efforts led by Professor Soumya Mukherjee, Professor V. Ramgopal Rao and Dr. Nitin Kale of IIT Bombay, who are all co-founder of this startup.
So this is Nano Sniffer, which is a unique explosive trace detection system using MEMS technology. This product was initially conceptualized at IIT Bombay in the labs of Professor Soumya Mukherjee and Professor Ramgopal Rao. Then this product was subsequently taken over by Nano Sniff, which is a company incubated in IIT Bombay, to develop this product from a concept stage to an actual product. At Vihan Technologies, we are helping Nano Sniff to ruggedize the product, to do field trials, and then to also take the product to market.
Once it provides trace detection of explosives weighing in nanograms, the Nano Sniffer alerts security personnel with a sunlight-readable color display attached to the device, giving out visible and audible alerts.
So this product actually is now taken by Vihan to the market, where we believe that this product will act as a complete substitution of the imported technologies which are being bought in the country. Most of the foreign devices which are imported are expensive and not affordable by a lot of security agencies. We believe Nano Sniffer will change that, and because of the unique technology, it's a completely 100% made in India product, and it's very, very affordable to the Indian security app.
Nano Sniffers has successfully passed Pune-based DRDO's High Energy Material Research Laboratories testing. Given the nature of threats that high security installations like airports, railway stations, metro stations, hotels, shopping complexes, malls or places of worship face, the technology is expected to be a game changer in explosive detection capabilities. Taposh Bhattacharya's report, DD India.
Well, shifting focus to COVID-19 updates from across the world. When it comes to number crunching, the world continues to battle COVID-19. So far, over 19 crore 85 lakh cases of COVID-19, 17 crore 92 lakh recoveries, 42 lakh 32,000 deaths or fatalities being reported across the world. United States 3 crore 57 lakh cases when it comes to infections, as well as over 6 lakh 29,000 fatalities in the United States. Remember, United States is the country with the highest number of infections as well as fatalities in the world. A shipment of 4,10,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses donated by Britain arrived in Kenya on Saturday. Britain, which has fully vaccinated 72% of its adults, is sending 9 million Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine overseas in a first batch of donations to Indonesia, Jamaica and Kenya. The country has pledged to donate 100 million vaccines overseas by next June, 80 million of which will go to the COVAX scheme, which ensures equitable global access to vaccines. British Deputy High Commissioner to Kenya, Josephine Gall, said that Britain is looking to send a further 8,17,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine to Kenya in the coming weeks as the country experiences a surge in COVID-19 cases. Thousands of people protested across France on Saturday against the imposition of a health pass for a wide array of social venues as the country battles with the fourth wave of COVID-19 infections. It is the third weekend in a row that people opposed to President Emmanuel Macron's new set of anti-COVID measures and took it to the streets. Visitors heading to museums, cinemas or swimming pools in France are already denied entry if they cannot produce the health pass showing they have been vaccinated against COVID-19 or has had a recent negative test. A new law that French Parliament approved this week will make COVID-19 vaccinations mandatory for health workers and extend the imposition of the health pass to bars, restaurants, trade shows, trains and even hospitals. About 3,000 police officers were deployed in the French capital. Images showed heavy police presence at the biggest demonstration in Paris, with anti-riot police striving to keep demonstrators on the path authorized by authorities. In some other international stories, in Canada, about 83 wildfires were actively burning across 13 states, according to the U.S. National Interagency Fire Center. This includes 22 in Idaho, 20 in Montana, 9 in Washington and 6 in Oregon, of which none have been contained. People in Wisconsin felt that the effects of smoke traveling from the wildfires out west and from Canada, which so far this year has set records with 263 uncontrolled active fires in 9 of the 13 Canadian provinces. Firefighters and emergency responders have prioritized fighting massive and destructive fires in British Columbia and Ontario. These fires are pumping out volumes of smoke that are carried by upper-level winds in the atmosphere to places like Wisconsin and further east. And because winds tend to be a bit weaker in midsummer, there's not much in the way of helping to push that smoke out of the area. Hazy skies and respiratory attacks for those who are more at risk are becoming more normal and affect people coast to coast. Well, Nicaragua's President Daniel Ortega said that there was a conspiracy against elections in the country following a number of opposition arrests in the country. Many prominent Nicaraguans, including 7 politicians aiming to run for president in November, have been arrested amid accusations of plots to stage a coup. Many have fled the country. Ortega has criticized opposition figures, saying they are part of a Yankee policy to install a government in Nicaragua. The United Nations has called the opposition detentions an attack on democracy and imposed sanctions in June against 4 Nicaraguans, including Ortega's daughter. Ortega is seeking a 4th consecutive term in office. Meanwhile, fighting is raging around 3 major cities in southern and western Afghanistan as Taliban militants seek to seize them from government forces. Taliban fighters have entered parts of Herat, Lashkar Gah and Kandahar. They have made rapid gains in rural areas since it was announced almost all foreign troops would go by September. However, the fate of these key cities could be crucial amid fears of a humanitarian crisis and how long government forces will be able to hold out. The fundamentalist Islamic militia is already thought to have captured up to half of all Afghanistan's territory, including lucrative border crossings with Iran and Pakistan. Well, Peru will meanwhile seek a new deal with its essential mining sector by providing incentives for projects with social profitability in the world's #2 copper producer country. In his first interview since taking office, new energy and mining minister Ivan Merino said that mines not only need to make money for private companies and generate tax revenue, they should help the population through improved infrastructure, respect for indigenous communities and better environmental protection. Merino also said he would develop the mining sector using a territorial approach in a country known for its varying regions, cultures and ecosystems. President Pedro Castillo named moderate economist Pedro Franque as finance minister late on Friday. Earlier, Castillo named Guy Bellido as prime minister. Castillo had promised to raise mining taxes to finance greater investment in health and education, although Merino said any new taxes would be decided on a company-by-company basis. Well, on to updates from Tokyo Olympics. Well, a super Sunday and power-packed Indian presence there in Tokyo. India's first super heavyweight boxer Satish Kumar will square off with Uzbekistan's Bakhtudir Jalabov, a multiple Asian and World Championship winner, for a place in the semi-finals. Satish is the only male boxer to win a bout at this Olympic Games and now has a chance to make the Games more memorable for him and the entire nation. If he manages to win this round, he is assured of a bronze medal. In badminton, after facing defeat against world #1 in the semi-final, India's star badminton player PV Sindhu will be up against another Chinese player, He Bingjiao, for a bronze medal in the women's singles. The contest will be played today evening as the 26-year-old aims to become the first female to win a silver and bronze medal at consecutive Olympics. Only wrestler Sushil Kumar has achieved this in his career at the Olympic Games in 2008 and 2012. In hockey, Team India will be aiming to reach their first Olympic semi-final after 41 years while they take on Great Britain today evening. The men in blue made it past the group stage, having won 4 of their 5 group matches to set up a mouth-watering clash against their arch rivals. With the Indian men's hockey team being one of the country's biggest medal hopes, there will be high expectations from Manpreet Singh and team to deliver the goods in Tokyo and book a semi-final place. On to world records being shattered. Jamaica's Elena Thompson-Herah won her 2nd consecutive Olympic gold in the women's 100 meters, finishing in 10.61 seconds at the Tokyo Games. Thompson-Herah's time set an Olympic record, surpassing Florence Griffith-Joyner's timing of 10.62 seconds set way back in 1988 in Seoul Games. Elena was the defending gold medalist in this event and became the first woman to win 3 gold medals at this distance. Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of news. Thanks for watching. You take care. Have a safe and wonderful Sunday morning ahead. Bye-bye.